So, the month of Ramadan is here again, and I have to admit, there's something almost magical about how everything seems to slow down a little. You know? The energy just shifts.
It really does. Even the air feels different in Ramadan. People get more intentional, like making time for family dinners or just pausing and reflecting more than usual.
I love how the whole rhythm of daily life transforms. Suddenly, mornings are quieter, and evenings are packed with anticipation for iftar.
That anticipation builds throughout the day, and when you finally break your fast, even a simple date tastes incredible. There's this shared excitement, and it bonds people in such a unique way.
That feeling at iftar time makes me think fasting isn't just about not eating or drinking. There's a whole deeper side to it, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. Fasting is also about self-control and empathy. When you're hungry, you get a tiny glimpse into what some people face every day, and it really humbles you.
I know what you mean. I find myself being more patient, or at least trying though, I have to admit. The first few days can be a challenge.
Same here. By mid-afternoon, my energy dips and I realize how much I take my routine snacks for granted. But that's part of the growth, right? It teaches gratitude in a way nothing else does.
Speaking of gratitude, one of my favorite parts of Ramadan is how it brings everyone together. The sense of community just feels amplified.
Exactly. Even people who might not see each other all year end up gathering for iftar or charity drives. Last year, I joined a neighborhood potluck, and it turned strangers into friends.
That's the best. There's something about sharing food after fasting all day that makes the experience so much richer. Everyone chips in, and even simple dishes feel special.
And it's not just the food, there's this unspoken kindness everywhere. People are quick to help each other, even just with a smile or a bottle of water at sunset.
Funny enough, those little acts of kindness remind me how traditions pop up everywhere during Ramadan. Do you have any that you look forward to every year?
Definitely. Suhoor has become a ritual for my family, waking up before dawn, half asleep, but laughing together over tea. It's a quiet, cozy moment before the day kicks in.
For me, it's always that first bite at iftar, a date and a sip of water. It's such a simple tradition, but it feels almost sacred after a long fast.
And you can't forget the special Ramadan desserts. My aunt makes katayef every year, and honestly, it wouldn't feel like Ramadan without them. These little customs really tie the whole month together.
After all these meals and moments, it's kind of wild how much the month changes you, right? Not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually too.
What surprises me is how the lessons stick even after Ramadan ends. I always find myself being a little more mindful, even months down the line, whether it's about food, patience, or helping out.
Yeah, there's this hope to carry that sense of purpose or peace into the rest of the year. Like you don't want to lose that clarity you gained during Ramadan.
Exactly, and I think that's the real gift. Ramadan isn't just a month on the calendar, it's a reset button for so many parts of our lives. And every year, it brings something new to reflect on.
So, we're just weeks away from Ramadan, and honestly, you can kind of feel the vibe changing already. Have you noticed how everyone starts prepping in their own little ways?
It's so true. My family's kitchen suddenly turns into this bustling headquarters, stocking up on dates, lentils, and all the essentials. Even neighbors start swapping recipes. It's like, you know Ramadan is coming when you see the grocery stores packed by the evening.
Totally. And beyond the food, I've seen people making lists for charity and planning how they'll balance work and prayer time. There's this collective energy, almost like an entire city is quietly gearing up for something special.
Yeah, and I think part of it is mental too. People start reflecting on last year, what worked, what didn't, what they'd like to change about their routine. It's a month that really encourages personal resets.
All that talk about routines reminds me how wild it can get organizing work schedules for Ramadan. Some people shift their hours, others save up vacation days. Everyone's trying to make space for those early mornings and late-night prayers.
What gets me is how schools and even some workplaces adjust their timings too. My cousin's office actually shortens the workday, which helps people focus on their fast and spiritual practices instead of just staring at the clock.
That's actually really thoughtful. And it's not just about logistics. There's this whole spiritual side where people set intentions for what they want to achieve during the month. Some might aim to read more Quran. Others want to deepen their prayer habits.
Absolutely. And I notice people even start journaling or joining online support groups before Ramadan begins, just to make sure they stay on track. It's like everyone's building their own toolkit for a meaningful month.
Speaking of meaningful, I love how Ramadan brings people together like suddenly your family group chat is buzzing with who's hosting iftar and what everyone's bringing.
Even distant relatives pop up during Ramadan. Last year, my uncle organized a virtual iftar for all the cousins who couldn't make it back home. There's just this emphasis on togetherness, whether it's in person or online.
And the community side is huge too. Mosques get packed, people drop off meals for neighbors, and there's always someone inviting you for a meal, even if you barely know them. It's a whole different level of hospitality.
Right, and I think those little acts like sharing soup with a neighbor or helping set up a communal iftar end up being some of the most memorable parts of the month. It's about so much more than just fasting.
That actually reminds me, everyone seems to have their own little pre-Ramadan rituals. My grandma insists on deep cleaning the house, like it's spring cleaning, but with extra meaning.
Isn't it interesting how traditions vary? In some families, it's all about decorating the house with lanterns and lights. Others focus on baking special sweets that you only see during Ramadan. Those smells just bring back childhood memories for me.
For sure. And even things like picking out prayer clothes or setting up a cozy corner for late-night prayers. It's those tiny details that quietly signal Ramadan's arrival.
What stands out for me is how these rituals help everyone, kids and adults, shift gears and get in the right mindset. It's almost like pressing pause on the regular busyness of life and entering a different rhythm together.
After all that planning and anticipation, there's also this emotional side to preparing for Ramadan. Some people feel excited, others a little anxious, especially if it's their first time fasting or they're away from family.
I get that. A friend of mine was super nervous her first year alone, but joining local community events helped her feel connected. I think that emotional support is just as important as any checklist.
Absolutely. And honestly, that's what makes the pre-Ramadan period so special. It's not just about what you buy or plan. It's about preparing your heart and mindset for a month of growth.
So true. Whether you're excited, nervous, or somewhere in between, taking those moments to reflect and reach out can make all the difference. And once Ramadan starts, it's amazing how everyone settles into that unique, peaceful rhythm together.